Arham was just 16 when he found the mirror. It stood abandoned in the corner of an antique shop, tall and cracked across the top, with a heavy wooden frame carved with strange faded patterns. The shop owner almost begged him not to take it. "Some things," the old man warned, "don't belong in a home." But Arham, curious and stubborn, ignored him. He carried the mirror home and set it up in his room, proud of his unusual find. That first night, he dreamed of standing in front of the mirror. Only, it wasn't him staring back. The reflection's eyes were too wide, too dark, and its smile stretched far too long. He woke up sweating but laughed it off. Just a dream, he told himself. The second night, something changed. At exactly 3:03 a.m., Arham awoke without reason. His room was quiet, but when he glanced at the mirror, his heart stopped. His reflection was standing upright, though he was lying in bed. He froze, unable to move, eyes locked on the glass. The reflection tilted its head slowly, unnaturally, and then it smiled. Arham's breath caught in his throat. He whispered, "This isn't real." But the reflection moved closer to the glass, pressing a hand against it. Arham felt the air grow cold, as though something on the other side was trying to seep into his world. The following nights grew worse. His reflection would wave when he entered the room. Sometimes its lips would move, whispering words he couldn't hear. The whispers followed him even after he covered the mirror with a blanket, soft voices that seemed to come from inside his head. On the seventh night, the voices became clear. He woke again at 3:03 a.m., his eyes snapping open like they were commanded. The blanket covering the mirror had slipped off and his reflection was waiting for him. This time it spoke. Its mouth opened wide, far wider than humanly possible, and a voice, deep and hollow, slithered into the room. "Switch with me, just for one night." Arham shook his head violently, whispering, "No, no." But the reflection laughed, a sound like broken glass scraping together. The mirror rippled like black water, and a pale, clawed hand pressed through, reaching for him. He screamed, scrambling to cover the mirror again. When morning came, his parents rushed into his room to find him sitting in the corner, pale and trembling, his eyes locked on the covered mirror. They tried to comfort him, but Arham never spoke again, not a word. He only sat and stared as though listening to something no one else could hear. The mirror was removed from his room and locked away. But sometimes, late at night, faint scratching can be heard from behind the attic door, and a whisper that repeats over and over, "Switch with me, just for one night."